Morning, everyone. Jeff Barnes here, and I want to ask you a simple and quick question that you should very easily be able to answer. And if you cannot answer this very easily, then it's probably because you're either lying to yourself or you're having trouble with it in the first place. Now, the question I want to ask you is, did you achieve your goals in 2016? You know, Christmas is over, we're drawing to the last few days of 2016, and so many people are looking back on the year and either they're really excited about what they did or they're just in that camp of, oh my gosh, I didn't get anywhere near what I wanted to achieve in 2016. And they're trying to figure out, okay, how do I do this in 2017? And I bet I can pinpoint what those problems are for you right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, because this happens to me on a regular basis where I realize that I'm not on track to achieve the goals that I've set for myself. And I have to figure out, why is that? How am I going to get back on track? And I realize it comes down to two things and only two things. The first is clarity. Clarity on what I want to achieve and what I'm going to do to achieve that, right? You have to understand where you're going before you ever set foot out the door, right? They always say that, you know, a journey of 1,000 paces starts with a single step. Well, you have to know where that journey is going if you want to start taking the steps in the right direction. So you have to get clear on where you want to go. Second thing you need to get clear on is what you are good at, and focus your time and energy on that. Okay, so if you are one of these people that's trying to build a big business and you're trying to do everything in the business, all the operations, all the sales and marketing, all the technical stuff, setting up the websites, the landing pages, the CRM, the autoresponders, all that stuff, then you're spreading yourself too thin and you're not focusing on your highest and best use of time, the thing that you are really, really good at. And if you spend too much time focusing on things that you're not good at, then unfortunately you're going to fall short of your goals every single time. Again, I have faced this time and time again in my life and in my business, and I realize every single time it's because I'm focusing on the stuff that's not important for me to be doing. It needs to get done, but I should not be the one doing it. So you need to get clear on what it is you want to achieve and what it is you do really, really well, and then spend all of your time and energy focusing on those things. Everything else, you need to find somebody else that is their area of expertise and let them help you with it. Yes, it's going to cost money sometimes. Yes, it's going to take a little bit more time to explain to them what you want done rather than you just going and doing it. But every minute that you're spending on those areas that are not important to what you're doing, and you are trying to fill a role that you're not really that great at, or that somebody else could do for a lot less money than what you're doing it for, then you are taking your time and your energy and your focus away from helping and serving people at the highest level you possibly can. You know, doctors are notorious for this. If you go to a really well-run doctor's office, and I challenge you to do this, go to a really well-run doctor's office and you go in, and you'll probably get upset because you're there for several minutes in the lobby area, you are filling out paperwork for the receptionist, a nurse takes you back and takes your height and your weight and your blood pressure and all this and does all the intake stuff with you. The doctor comes in, and after you've been there for 45 minutes, the doctor spends about 5 minutes with you, tops, and then they're done, right? And why is that? But yet we're paying those people a lot of money. The reason why is because everything else that was done was not the best use of the doctor's time. And so the doctor has to spend time diagnosing, reviewing the information that he's been given by everybody else that did their job before he got to you. And then he spends a few minutes diagnosing and telling you what your symptoms are and what the ailment is and how to fix it, right? So you need to do the same thing in your life and in your business. Figure out that thing that you are really, really good at, that brings the highest revenue, that brings the most impact, that helps the most people, that serves people at the highest level, and focus your time and energy on that. And if you do that, and you do it consistently, you make it a religious practice, then I guarantee you will be so much closer to your goals in 2017 and beyond, and you will be so much happier because you're not going to be spinning your wheels constantly and hoping that eventually things are going to take off, right? So spend that time figuring out where you want to go first, and then what it is that you do that is really important to you that helps you get there, okay? Don't focus your time and energy on all that other stuff that needs to get done, but you shouldn't be doing it. Now, I want to hear, what are your goals for 2017 and beyond? Go ahead and post them in the comments below, and go ahead and like the page. And if you do all that, then I will respond to you, and we'll see if we can help you get to those goals in 2017. All right? Thank you very much. Take care. And if I don't talk to you before then, Happy New Year.